What's going on, guys? Brandon here. We have your Wayne County market update, real estate market update for October 2018. Let's jump right into this. And I always preface these videos, these market update videos, with two things. And we get these questions a lot still, which is fine, because we have new people coming in all the time, which is fine. We love that. But I know for some of you guys repetitive, and I apologize, but we have to go over these things so you have context as to what's going on. We have the month in arrears because now we have all the data. The month is now finished. And now we have all the data. It's hot off the press. Now we can give it to you, and now you know exactly what's going on. You can make informed decisions. So that's why we always do the month previous. And then we have 3 years of data because we want to show you patterns. We want to show you what's going on. If we just showed you this past month's of data in this year, it wouldn't mean anything to you if we just showed you that. So numbers tell a story, as Rich Dad, Robert Kiyosaki always says. So, or his rich dad, I should say, Robert Kiyosaki's rich dad always said, numbers tell a story. We want to see what's going on. And if you're a stock investor or a real estate investor, you look at charts and graphs and things like that, you're probably familiar with uptrends and sideways trends and downtrends. We want to see, this is a numerical version of that. We want to see which way the trend is moving. That way we can make intelligent decisions. And as they say, the trend is your friend. So we don't want to be, in a market here when you're down here and then you're trying to sell your home. You got to know the data. And that way, if you're thinking of selling your home and it's up here and you see the trend is moving down, maybe you can get out here early and you're not waiting till it's down here. So that's why this is really important. You want to be able to see the up to the minute data. That way you can make those intelligent decisions. So let's jump right into this. Days on market, DOM, ADOM, CDOM, additional days on market, cumulative days on market, just days on market. This is the average that it takes a home to hit the market and then be sold, have accepted offer. So that's what this means. And again, this number has gone down pretty significantly over the last 2 years. Again, we've had less inventory, so it's taken less time for homes to sell because there hasn't been as much out there. Active homes in the market. This is a one-off number. This is a number that we take it at the end of every month, and it's a one-off number. So it's very important to look at the past year's data because these are all end of the month numbers for one day to see how many active homes are on the market. And again, we can see that it's been fairly stable. It went down a bit last year and then it's come back up again a bit this year, not as much as 2016. But we can see that, again, there are still less homes in the market than there have been in years previous. Because the years before that, there were more homes in the market. So we can see that we're still down a little bit. And this next number's ratio is going to tell you even more about that. So MOI is months of inventory. And what months of inventory stands for is that the rate homes are selling, how long would it take to sell every last home with no new homes hitting the market. And we were at 3, we went down to 2, we're back up to 3 again. And it basically, to give you context, when you look at this number, it's a very quick ratio to say, if you go to a new market and you're like, boom, I want to know exactly what's going on in this market, and I don't want to have to dive into all these numbers, Brandon. What do I do? Well, you're looking at this number, the months of inventory, and 1 to 3 months is a seller's market, 4 to 6 is a balanced market, and then 7 plus is a buyer's market. So when you're up in here in a buyer's market, at 8 months of inventory, 10 months of inventory, we had that in 09 and 10, 11. That means there's a ton of homes available. There's tons of homes, not as much buyer activity, so houses, prices go down a lot, right? So that's where you have to be cognizant as to where the market's at, knowing our ratios, and we know what's going on with that, right? So that's months of inventory, and again, you can see we're in a seller's market still, right? So we're in a seller's market. We're going to see where this trend goes, and the next few months are going to be very, very interesting. So new homes on the market. This is a month-wide number. How many new listings entered the market this month? And as you can see, this has actually increased a lot over the last couple of months. So now this is why I say it's going to be very interesting to see how these numbers play out over the next month or two, the next couple of months. Because now we have a lot more listings on average this past month than we have previously. So it's going to be very interesting to see what the numbers bear out over the next few months. Price per square foot. This has gone up a lot because this is taking data basically, and this next number sold. This is taking from the sold data and houses going under contract over the last month or two and then closing. So, in October, the average in Wayne was $93 a square foot. And that is a general overall number, rule of thumb. If you want a true analysis on your home, you have to seek a real estate professional, myself, someone on our team, somebody that can give you a true, an appraiser that can give you a true value on your home, and you can see what's going on. And that way you you know exactly where you're at, because this is a county-wide number. Remember, it's a county-wide number. It does not give you, down to the detail, nitty-gritty information right there. And again, the biggest reason putting a bow on this is we want to see the pattern. We want to see the pattern of where things are going. That's why we give you these past year's numbers, so you can see where the trend is. And then the last thing is sold. This is the number of homes that closed in that month. We had an uptick last year. We actually have gone down a fair amount this year because we had super low inventory in August and September. So we did not have very many closings in October in Wayne County. And again, it can be very interesting. We have a lot more homes for sale now. So the next couple months will be very interesting to see how many sold we have in the months succeeding here. So it'll be very interesting to see what's going to happen here, how these trend lines look and what's going to happen. And again, we're going to keep documenting all this and giving you this information. That way you can make the best decisions for you and your family, or for your investments or your business, whatever it may be. So that's Wayne County, October 2018. And we appreciate your time, attention, and energy. If you have questions or comments or concerns, please put them in the Facebook feed here in the comments. We want to try to keep everything here in the feed. That way everyone can learn together. I really appreciate your emails, your texts, and everything, your private messages. But we want to try to keep everything in here so that way everyone can learn from each other and grow, and and build that community aspect there. And that way we can try to serve more people at a higher level. So if you know anyone in Wayne County, or you live in Wayne County yourself, please share it with someone that that you think that might benefit from this. We really appreciate it, and we appreciate your time and your attention, your energy, because it's truly the most important thing we have. We don't get any more of it, so I appreciate that from you, and we look forward to seeing you in other market updates and our other videos soon. We'll see you guys.